Would be one question that you'll be asking ChatGPT, then it will answer you something, and that will blow your mind.
As a tool, we have very good opportunity.
I wanted to ask you about firing.
It may be little philosophical here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car?
Murthy Alto K10.
So what would be Brochill operations or Brochill as an app post ChatGPT?
The model that we are running in the Brochill will be relevant for sure.
So Mayur generally more artistic in
They
nature.
make films.
Salaar. Oh my.
Within seconds you can create blockchain application.
How about the Payscale percentage changes for a normal developer versus AI, which is blockchain?
So do you think that human intelligence is really matter?
AI is like an assistant, a junior.
What drives you as an entrepreneur?
Money.
In fact, my business is gonna make on the planet Earth.
I think I come from same.
Here we are faking the shit. Here.
Hi Bhargav, hi Mayur. So thanks for coming here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Let's start by talking a bit about yourself. Then we'll get into the topic. Yeah, let's start with Mayur.
Yeah, my name is Rashmi Mayur, and I've been a part of Brochill, and I'm running startup since 2016. And it's been 8 years that I'm running something and started. These are my friends. So yeah, we have been running. The latest sensation is Brochill. We have been running Brochill for around 3 years. We are right now at 43 million downloads, and it's a photo to video editor, predominantly famous in South India. So we are looking forward to integrate AI into our apps very, very soon, and we wanted to go international as well. So as today's topic is about AI, and we are on the path to make Brochill a completely AI app. So that's it for
Hey guys, my name is Bhargav. Me, Murthy, and I started Vitwit in 2015, right after our graduation. So then after we started discussing about different product ideas, then along with Mayur and Hari, we started Brochill. Brochill is now at 45 million downloads. Like Mayur said, we are exploring AI right now. So Murthy is also interested in AI. So we came together and started this AI conversation. It's gonna be more of AI discussion.
Okay, cool. So I'll talk about myself a bit. So I'm Murthy. I run a company called Vitwit. It is a blockchain company. So we've been into blockchain since last 5 years. And then previously we used to work in AI. We built a couple of products, and then it didn't work out, and then we pivoted into blockchain, and then we are doing pretty good job in blockchain, especially into Cosmos ecosystem. I think whoever knows a bit of blockchain and ecosystems, they'll understand this. So
people don't know about Cosmos, so please tell us about Cosmos. We only know Ethereum.
Okay.
We only know Solana. We hardly know about Polka.
Let's not get into the crypto part. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you said AI, right? So bro, most of the times you told about Brochill, vernacular AI driven content platform, right?
Yeah.
So let's start with So when did you heard about this ChatGPT? So what was your first experience when you hear about ChatGPT?
It's not about ChatGPT, but AI in general. I got to know about AI in my college days. But I never thought that it would be real this sooner. Definitely yes, because we have been in a place where we started using normal mobile phones to web pages or plain HTML web pages to the Android apps to iOS to AI. So the journey has been so fascinating, not necessarily for me, but for the entire world. But the things that have happened in the last 5 years or 3-4 years have been great. When I first used DALI, I'm not at all impressed. Definitely, I'm not at all impressed, and I thought it's a kid's game. I never thought that it would be because last 2 years have been different. AI before 2 years is a total different game. So technically, the first hands-on experience for me was DALI 2 or DALI 1, and I'm not at all impressed with it. Like the world does. Maybe the world saw it way before I saw it. Maybe they predicted the future, but I didn't.
Okay.
And ChatGPT blew my mind, definitely blew my mind left, right, and center because of the human behavior in it. Because
So, when you use ChatGPT, I think,
yeah,
initially, everyone just test it, right?
Yeah.
So, but, there would be one question that you'll be asking ChatGPT, then, it
Yeah.
will answer you something and that will blow your mind. So, what was that question?
Question, it's like I make films, so I make short films and stuff. I'm interested in filmmaking, so I asked ChatGPT to write some scripts, and it blew my mind. Definitely, I have created some scenarios, and it. What I really liked is like let me tell you an example. Uh, let's say you have written an algorithm, and there are set of like lakhs of pages that you have already has been fed to the algorithm. Let's say, and there is a lot of data to it. It is because previously it is more like reading comprehension, where there will be a comprehension, there will be a book of 300 pages, and if I ask you some question, as you are already aware of the 300 pages in the book, it's pretty much evident that the algorithm or the AI model can predominantly guess all the answers with 95% or 98% of accuracy. But here it is not the case. For instance, I'll tell you, I'm writing a script. I've written a script about a character who girl is from USA, girl is from India, boy is from USA. Yeah, not drunken. It's about a video call. Girl and boy meets on a video call, and boy is an NRA. He stays in USA. So I specifically asked ChatGPT to describe the differences in the lifestyle of an Indian girl and US boy, or the Indian girl and a guy who lived in India and who later moved to USA.
Okay.
There are little differences. Same thing that we use here might be different. For instance, we drink coffee, we drink chai. There they drink black coffee. So what blew my mind was the usage of peanuts.
Okay.
For breakfast, we use peanut as a coconut chutney or a peanut chutney we use for dosas, idlis, and a US guy or an American born guy will not use peanuts like that. They use peanut butter.
Yes.
So ChatGPT included the usage of peanuts. So that is so human in nature.
So
On a given day, let's say ChatGPT for me is a daily. It is just like a person sitting next to me who is very smart.
I mean, is that the first experience that you got?
Yeah, but because I'm more interested in knowing the human capabilities.
Okay.
Because see, we have run algorithms all our lives. It's not so easy to impress guys like us because we have been in the technical space for quite a while. So I always thought, like, even if you render a 3D video or if you render a 3D video in 5 seconds, I'll not get impressed because at the end of the day, there are some hardware, there is some GPUs running behind it, there are some image creations running behind it. That is hardcore artificial in nature. That is not natural in nature at all. But the usage of peanuts is there is a lot of human element in it.
Okay.
So what I really liked about ChatGPT is the human element in it. And later I found out that this ChatGPT 4 blew my mind left, right, and center. Definitely DALL-E 3 or 3.5, I don't know. It blew my mind left, right, and center again. And there are a lot of other stuff that people.
I was talking about DALL-E 1, and you didn't excited about that
because that
So
was
we
a
had
kids. That was absolutely a kids game. I used to feel like that because it's more or less like the output is not at all good, and that is what I feel. But right now things are different, very very different, and I'm sensing, and I'm more scared from a point of, as an entrepreneur, I'm super happy because I can replace all the software developers or all the designers with ChatGPT on the day one, on the go. That is happening in Brochill. Definitely that is happening in Brochill. We are right now using it, but I'm more scared of what it might be for a developer, what it might be for
so before we getting into what AI really can do, so Bhargav, I think so who introduced ChatGPT to us? Did you remember our first message about ChatGPT? You or Hari, or who really sent that?
I don't really remember that, but let me talk about the first AI experience that you remember. We used to work on face recognition algorithms in the campus.
Yes.
So that is not particularly ChatGPT. For me, AI, that was the first introduction. When we used to work on different web applications, websites, we wanted to integrate basic attention to websites. So that was my first AI introduction. Then again, when we came out and when we started working on different ideas, so high class Natasha, if you guys remember Natasha,
Yes.
Natasha is the chatbot that we used a lot.
Yes.
It was not that great like ChatGPT, but it was answering questions, it was returning back. So that is where I love AI is going in the right direction, and we are getting some kind of better AI. There is some progress in the AI domain. So later, I don't remember to answer your specific questions. I don't remember who introduced it, but I remember.
I think it must be either Ari or you. You'll just
Because it's because
we,
I think we are definitely in the top 1 million people who used
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Use Twitter. So because of some trend that is happening in the US, we got to know about the OpenAI launch ChatGPT, and we tried to get the access. We used it, mind blown.
So what was your first question that that blew your mind? Because since we already have chatbot experience where it just answers something, right? So when we heard about ChatGPT, so we just think that it is just chatbot. But when we ask some question, when it answered, it was so excellent. Now then our mind will be blowing like something extraordinary happened.
I don't exactly remember what I asked ChatGPT. Probably it is like what I asked Natasha. Probably some kind of I love you questions. I love you conversation. Probably that happened, but I don't remember exactly.
Bro, did you ask I love you questions to ChatGPT?
No, bro. But I'm more into. I think the very first or second question that I asked ChatGPT is to create a legal documentation.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
first instance.
Yeah, in the first interview, in the first or second, not because I wanted to test it that is it required or is because it is my use. I was reading an agreement or something.
Mhm.
For every technical document or the license document or the legal document that we execute on a corporate level, it costs us 8,000 to 10,000 just to write a document. It's not necessarily that lawyer comes to us, and it's not necessarily just to prepare the documentation and our requirements. It generally costs us around $100, $100 to $150. Right now, I don't think that is the case. Unless there is a physical lawyer, there should be a physical lawyer.
But I think
should
still,
help.
after there should be someone who should review that as well.
Yeah, but
But I think that will
yeah,
definitely cut down the lot of cost.
yeah, and there are some things, and I don't think second or the third thing that first time I used it on a real time basis. We run a job post, I guess. So I asked for a job description.
So
I have sent it to the HR, and that's how, because technical documentation is so bang on. It's not like we cannot go wrong. And my general behavior is whenever I wanted to write something, if I am on the mobile, I'll use an app called Keep, Google Keep. If I am on the laptop, I will use doc.new.
okay.
That is my behavior. I write on the normal document and I'll search whenever I wanted to, or I'll write 2 or 3 sentences. Now my behavior is I'll open ChatGPT. I never use document for a while.
Okay.
I use ChatGPT first, I'll copy and I'll paste it in the document. That behavior of opening a document to write something is gone from my end.
Okay. So coming to my experience with ChatGPT, so I think I just feel that you or Harry, someone said keep sending the messages about ChatGPT in our group.
But
So I didn't try for a very long time.
but I guess when we are using,
Yeah.
for the very first or second time, it's mostly a server issue, or the servers are there were many, and I copied 100 pages.
Okay.
Because there is no history feature, there is no regenerate feature. So by the time when I started, because I'm writing something, I'm asking help to write some script. Even if you refresh it for once again, the whole data is gone and the new data is coming up. So I copied the entire thing into a document. Yeah. Tell.
Yeah. So you guys were chatting and then you were talking about what it is doing. I didn't try it for a very long time because subconsciously I was feeling like AI one day definitely will go like this. But I don't know like what was happening to me, but I was not really excited. But instead I was depressed a bit because there is something that is coming out and doing extraordinary work. And at that point in time, so we were. I mean, like I was studying about unemployment and this part, and this is more political aspect I was going through.
Yeah.
Then I heard about ChatGPT, and you guys were just talking a lot about ChatGPT. I was subconsciously depressed a bit for some time. I felt worried, and then I came out. I started using it, and I felt like there's extraordinary friend sitting beside me. And since then, I think there was one conversation where you and Hari was talking like your Google search consumption has been reduced drastically. Like
Right now,
I think
Google consumption is very less. I use ChatGPT for everything.
But till then, so my Google consumption was high. So then I think there was some, behavioral change we discussed about. Since then, I try to, use ChatGPT for whatever the, queries. And then now my consumption also almost, I think, 98% I use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So what about you? So what is happening with you with such?
Such I'm still using Google. I don't know why.
Really?
Because maybe I'm using on real-time data more or less. I'm because I'm a fan of Wikipedia.
Okay.
I cannot see if the same page is written in some other website. I'd still go back and read Wikipedia because of the contents that I've been used to. I know where the filmography of a director does. I know where early life of that person. I can know what are the controversies. My brain is predominantly occupied with the behavior of Wikipedia. So I'm still using that, and I'm right now ChatGPT 4 is kind of okay because the data is more or less not a real time, not necessarily real time based, but it's 1 or 6 months years old. But I started using Bard as well. Bard is giving good results also.
Okay. Yeah, so when we search in Google, I think Bard is also giving, but I think UX part, I think it is not so great. But okay, fine. So post GPT, I mean ChatGPT. So what do you think Brochill would be? I mean, the next question would be follow-up question would be, let's say today we have ChatGPT 4. Let's assume that we have ChatGPT 100. So that means 10x intelligence with ChatGPT. Assume that. So what would be Brochill operations or Brochill as an app post ChatGPT, and then after 10x of ChatGPT. So how do you?
Yeah.
So ours is a photo to video editor platform. So where we provide different video templates for different occasions and different trends and different needs. So these templates are created by creators and they are put on the platform. Users come to our platform and use these templates, create a video and share it onto different social media platforms. So when our creators are creating these video templates, they use too much of creativity. So where I want AI is, I want to provide some kind of AI to my creators where they can create videos, they can create these templates using AI. AI will give us boundless opportunities and the work, the effort they put into create a template is huge. But when we do integrate these text to video kind of capabilities, it will decrease and they can be able to create a much better templates using AI and within less time. So this is where I'm looking at an opportunity to build an AI into our platform.
Okay. What about you, bro? So
We definitely from creators' point of view, yes, to create content, yes, but I'm more concerned about the relevancy of Brochill in the near future. So definitely yes, because there are a lot of things that are died, that are not necessarily dying, but some things are dead. For instance, I feel the very first thing that is already dead is support. Support thing is already dead. Zerodha is a classic example. Zerodha, when they used, let's say, around 500 people to 600 people used to work on the customer support. I don't know, let's say, I'll tell you an example. Like, if you're using Swiggy or Zomato, there is some issue with the order. Previously, it used to be called, that's it.
Yes.
Or there will be a set of instructions that you have to chat with someone, and there will be a set of replies that they will eventually give. And if the case is severe, they will call you. And trust me, there are no more calls.
So don't you think this, human touch? I mean, human touch would be
out of how many?
I mean, that will definitely
reduce. If there are at least 10
people,
people,
when you are really frustrated, any AI is answering your questions.
Yeah.
But instead of
you don't even know whether it is AI or human. Because Google Pixel or Google
someone really calls you and say that I'm so sorry and this thing. Don't you think that would really
Yeah, but what is the case? Like, I'm thinking.
I think that the
Yeah,
number
then
of incidents would
I
be
don't,
very
because
less.
India is known for its BPOs. I strongly believe that 50% of BPOs are already done.
Okay.
I don't know whether we need to look into the numbers deeply, but I somehow feel that BPOs will be down, will be dead. No
Okay,
matter
let's
what.
come back to
Okay,
Brochill.
Yeah.
regarding the support stuff in the Swiggy, Zomato, different apps that we have seen, they are giving some options like what's the issue. They will be giving some 5 to 6 options. You have to click on them. Based on that, they will be diverting it into subcategories. You have to select. They are ending the conversation like this. It is good from product point of view, maybe, but from human point of view, we are always expecting someone to talk from the other side.
Yeah.
So
So how do you think that will be solved?
probably instead of using buttons and making it a
Voice chat?
I don't know why it's that. Maybe it can be some kind of chatting experience only, but not like buttons and clicks and making me feel like it is automatic. Probably I want myself to be heard.
Okay.
Someone to listen the on the other side.
So you said, so you're thinking the future of Brochill.
Yeah,
Post ChatGPT, right? So can you just talk about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that the way people consume content, the way people look at designs, the way people look at things will change for every 5 years for sure. It will definitely, for instance, when we were kids, we used to use PowerPoint where there will be a set of fonts. We used to call it word art. We used to go mad about the font, definitely. I used to go mad about the fonts, 3D fonts. But if I use the same font right now, it will be childish. Like, people won't accept that. Our brains won't accept it. So when we started Brochill in 2019 or 2020, the designs are different. Right now it is different. We wanted to create a product to vernacular audience or the people whose first languages they consume the product. They consume the content in their own local language. That is a priority. Brochill is not a photo editor, or Brochill is not something.
So
Vernacular platform is our. So we started as a photo editor. We'll figure out we'll do something, but we'll make things that definitely over a period of time, the model that we are running the Brochill will be relevant for sure. So there will be more AI options. There will be more things that will go up, and I'm pretty much sure about the GPU costs.
Okay.
Because the GPU costs are so high right now, we cannot run an AI model on our cloud and give user for free, or even if it is on the subscription model, it will be costly at this point of time. And just like the way it used to be in the past, like early stage of the internet, the data used to be very costly. The same thing. I somehow feel that even our mobiles are capable of using GPUs very soon.
Okay.
And power consumption exponentially will increase, and there will be a lot of GPUs coming up. I'm asking, let's say I want to create a coin. Let's say in ChatGPT, if I wanted to create something, if I wanted to create a mobile app or a website, let's say a simple game, I can do that. I can do that right now with not necessarily by a single tool, but definitely with ChatGPT and some other tools I can build.
Yes.
Not knowing code, not knowing anything about, with a little knowledge of something, or probably let's say a junior software engineer who worked for an year.
Okay.
I could build an app. I could build a website right now if I use ChatGPT. I'm not sure about the Figma AI part, but yeah, you can do that. Same thing if I want to do, let's say you do have Cosmos SDK or Ethereum SDK, and you do have ChatGPT, you do have Figma, you do have some other thing. Let's say I wanted to create MetaMask. I wanted to create a wallet, or I wanted to create a game. I wanted to do something. Is it possible right now?
With AI?
Yeah, with AI and blockchain. Because let's say, specifically I'm asking you a question. Let's say on the Cosmos SDK part. You give me SDK, or I have access of API. I can definitely build something on top of it.
Yes.
And I wanted to build using AI. I have an idea in mind. Let's say I wanted to create an AI game. Let's say I wanted to create a platform to sell my NFTs. Or I wanted to create some game where users can come and play something, and at every possible level, they has to burn some coins, or they have to spend some coins to go to the next level. So if I wanted to build that, how can I build it?
See, there are 2 parts for this. For any application, whether it is Web 2 or Web 3, so the front end is same. Like, you can leverage any AI tool that you're using right now. You can use the front end similar way. The API part, whatever that you build. So in general, we used to build API. We used to write API code and then put it into a server, and then we used to have a single database. This server and database used to connect, right? So now there are different blockchain ecosystems like Ethereum. So you can just write a smart contract code. You can deploy on Ethereum, and it will give you some API. Whatever the front end that you wanted to build, you can build and then use that API. That simple it is.
Yeah.
So there are certain cases where certain customization cannot be done with Ethereum or any other smart contract based ecosystems. Then you can build your own sovereign blockchain like Ethereum when you have a huge requirement. For that also, there is a SDK. It's like, if you wanted to build any backend server, there is already Java framework, Node.js framework. Similarly, Cosmos SDK has its own framework, and you can just leverage that. Within seconds, you can create a blockchain application. If you need some customizations, you need to just add that. You just need to do that. So since it is a sovereign application, you need lot of other people to run this software as a validator. You can call it as mining, in terms of if you speak, Ethereum and then Bitcoin language. So for any other person, if you're just an app builder, all you need is you can just build the front end. You can use existing Ethereum ecosystem or Cosmos, Juno or Neutron. You can just deploy your code there, and you have API ready. You can just integrate that here. That simple it is. So yeah, with respect to AI, I think for you. So today, Brochill users are not contributing much in terms of data for you, right? Probably you wanted to build extraordinary model that will give a beautiful content. Like on my birthday, I wanted a very unique content to wish myself or to wish my friend, right? So for that, I think you need to build AI model. So for that, you need huge data to train on. So that data,
the consumption also increases. No. That is why I'm specifically talking about the time frame, because the 3 hours of time that you used to watch is taken out by things like IPL.
Mhm.
The 3 hours time is taken by Reels. The 3 hours time is taken by ChatGPT. The 3 hours time is taken by Nexus.ai, Figma, or Netflix or OTT or something. At the end of the day, we are left with 3 hours or 4 hours of entertainment time or something.
But I think for this, I heard in some other podcast or somewhere.
Yeah.
They said like previously we used to have 3 hours a day for this kind of consumption. But still we may have these 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. But in a week, if you look at previously in a week we used to have 3 hours, but today in a week we are having 30 hours a week content consumption. So in that way, if you look at it in a 24 hours format, 3 hours is constant. Probably whoever comes with a great content, they'll take it. But it is growing with respect to weekly basis. And every day you watch 3 hours. By weekend you'll watch more. So in a way, if you look at 7 days, your content watch time would be around 30 hours. And if you include a month, it would be around 100 hours. So that way, I think consumption is also growing.
Yeah.
Because we didn't watch a lot of when we come out of
See, what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, but how to accommodate the content creators? How to differentiate between the good content and the bad content?
Yeah, I think I have a question for you. You said with the help of AI, so everyone will be enabled to create extraordinary content, right? So in that case, we can label it as AI enabled content, right? So when everyone have access to AGI or AI tools, now everyone can create a lot of content. With the same question that you are asking. So what do you think? What are the best ways to figure out the best content or the bad content? Because so previously, a lot of people used to look at all the content, and whoever give a better feedback, so used to be the best content. And the people, who come after 30% of people, so they just go with the number of views or the number of likes. Now, in a scenario where the first audience or the initial people who have to figure out the content will have millions of content, millions of content. So How do you think that they judge the content? How do you think that the best content will prevail for a long time?
For consumers,
Yeah, yes.
it's all
for consumers.
if it is for consumers, it's all algorithmical. So if we see the algorithms of TikToks, YouTubes,
No, my question is this. Let's say today you have access to around 10 to 15 OTTs, right? Predominantly you watch 4 OTTs, and every week there are 10 to 20 series is coming out. So definitely you don't spend that much time, okay? So in that case, how do you decide?
it's tough for me to decide.
Maybe there is a film on Netflix. What is that film? You can change the climax or you can change the path from A or B.
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch, yeah.
Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
There will be 4 options. So we might watch the movie for 20 minutes and ask to change the character.
But let's say
maybe it will take some time.
My question is a bit different.
Yeah.
You have 20 series on different OTTs released by weekend. So how do you classify?
Bro, there is a great business idea here. there is a term called sentiment analysis.
Yeah.
I've heard that from yesterday's meeting. I went there.
Okay.
Let's say let's build a tool where you give sentiment analysis of the people. Let's give them recommendations. There will be an app or the website or something.
I think that's very since long time.
Let's make it AI thing, no?
Okay.
Why to? Because people will anyway spend money to promote their thing because Amazon Prime has more money than AHA.
I didn't understand what you are saying.
There is this beautiful thing called sentiment analysis.
I know that part.
Yeah.
So how do you think it should be?
So let's say there are 20 movies that are releasing this weekend. So what should I watch? And it should be customizable.
That is where recommendation algorithms at different OTT platforms are trying to help us.
Maybe, yeah. And it should be personalized.
But still, when you go to one particular OTT platform, they try to recommend.
No, I'm not talking about that. Now, there is this website. There is this. I'm not sure about the feature that Book My Show is having right now. I love that feature. Number of tickets that are being booked in the last 1 hour.
Okay.
Number of tickets that are booked in the last 24 hours.
So that means you just follow the crowd that they are
watching. Not necessarily, but that is a generalized data.
If more people are watching, so you think probably that
because maybe the data might be public in nature, but you have to give some data.
The influencers we follow, the kind of accounts we follow on different social media platforms, they anyway are gonna post reviews, suggest content. So we are gonna attracted to that and select one when we are free and ready to watch something.
I'm thinking of it is relevant, but as we are talking about ChatGPT, the Hello Devdas part that we have written might make a lot of
sense. But I think within some time it will be obsolete, bro. Because
why? Let's name it ChatGPT.
There might be other people thinking about the
same
idea,
don't.
Executing it. So all you have is 6 months time. If you can do that, do it.
Taste now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you some question regarding different same AI use cases but in different domain. So let's talk about hiring. So what are your views where we can use hiring?
No.
Where we can
let me tell you. Let me ask you. Before hiring, I wanted to ask you about firing. Because I somehow feel a lot of things are becoming irrelevant.
Yes.
This is something that I'm facing on a daily basis.
Yes.
There are a lot of things that are absolutely becoming irrelevant to the model that we are working on, because we might have recruit people, we might have recruit some person or some tool, not necessarily a person. For instance, we used a tool called let's say I wanted to create. We used to use Canva, premium Canva for a team. Right now we don't have to use Canva.
Yes.
ChatGPT
costs same. Even Canva has this magic.
Whatever I'm trying. I'm just giving an example. There may be a lot of tools. What are the things that you stopped using it? Because I stopped using Google Docs. Right now, the consumption might be. Definitely it got reduced, but what are the things that you stopped using?
I think I used to use Grammarly. So when I have to write emails or something.
Grammarly is dead.
Yeah, it's absolutely dead.
Absolutely dead.
Yes. So I think before ChatGPT, so before 3 months to ChatGPT release, so I was in a thought like I should spend some money buying some subscription to Grammarly. Yeah. So after 3
there is
months
one more app
I
called
think I have
Blinkist.
Yeah. So
Blinkist is dead.
Yes. I think Grammarly is something that I used extensively. I'm
Yeah.
not using that anymore.
Even the plugin is still there on my laptop, but
I think
yeah.
last month I take it out. Chrome.
Yeah.
But that is where Grammarly shines right now, at least nowadays. If you have to change, if you have to correct your grammar, and like let's say if you want to post something on Twitter, or if you want to write some document, so if ChatGPT or any AI is not natively integrated, you have to go there,
Yeah,
type
yeah.
there, paste there, wait for the output, copy there, paste here.
Yeah.
So this is kind of friction. Grammarly shines over there. It is natively
Probably,
integrated as an add-on.
that would be friction to the full-time people who write content creators, especially the text content creators, the blog writers, But for us, we don't constantly create content on a daily basis. So generally, we just use it to write some emails or a very small message to the team. So I think it's a very
Excuse
very small use case. Probably ChatGPT is doing fine.
I've seen people using web WhatsApp
Mhm.
and Grammarly integrated as an add-on.
Yes.
And whenever they try to chat in the professional groups, Grammarly helps them
Yes.
to correct at least little bit of grammar over there. So that use case is still I see.
I think Twitter is coming up with this. When you have to write tweet, I think they are introducing their own
Yes.
LLM.
Oh, by the way, how is Grok?
That is a real problem, bro. That is a real problem.
Yeah.
Because social media is something that will reflect ourselves more. Twitter platform like Twitter is more. It is unlike Instagram. I feel. It is more realistic in nature, or the people at least. The
So
people,
what is the problem there?
because you are not writing what you are feeling.
No, you
Yeah.
have to give your thought. It is representing in a right way, right? So how do you think?
Yeah, that is what, bro. Let's say I wanted to use. Let's say I never use I have.
Mm-hmm.
I use I first of all we.
Okay.
That behavior is gone. That authenticity is gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I use the tool, no, and I might say I don't care about the grammar sometimes.
So
That
don't you think
behavior,
that behavior is not really important? That's why.
no,
we
there
are
might be.
using
I'm not talking about whether it's irrelevant or relevant.
But
I'm talking about there is some authenticity that is being definitely there will be an authenticity because
But
previously
still, I think if you wanted to use the same
because
way,
nowadays
it's
because
not
nowadays
enforced.
we are experiencing it on a daily basis. Like the mails are so good these days. The mails are so
And
good
also,
these days.
I feel
Yeah.
really not happy.
The
because,
mails are so long.
Sometimes,
Not only grammar, the actual topic they wanted to convey. Previously, probably they might have it in their mind, but they never used to convey it in the mails. But right now, that
people-
entire length of the mail was so good, and they're conveying
but
it.
still, I
Very
feel
vitamin.
this problem.
See, there is a product that
Whenever I see some
5-6
emails, I
years
understand that I'm ChatGPT.
see there
When
is a
I
product.
understand that, I don't read it.
Yeah, that's why.
So there should be some human touch, right?
It's
Even
okay.
you should put your
Even-
emotion or you
Even if they're directed towards you directly, like you are the 2 person, not BCC or CC person. Even if you are the 2 person, you don't read ChatGPT emails or any AI based emails. Someone wants
until
to
they have something important to me. Otherwise, when I see, this is with me. I don't know if it is happening with you guys or not. See, someone write email to me, and when I find it very long, and then I try to read the first sentence. When I understand it is not humanly written, then I don't read because I understand it is ChatGPT. So when someone just don't put that emotion into the email, I don't really read it.
Because those days are gone, I guess. Writing a
I
good
mean,
email.
I still find a lot of people. Probably they might be.
Yeah. Because if there are if there is structure associated within the company,
is emotion really emotion really not there in the email, or is it a
See,
placebo?
there are people, yeah, maybe I don't know, but the point is this: there are people who are leveraging ChatGPT, but still, I think they are not really good with ChatGPT to write it much better because even if right now, if he asks us to create some good content with, let's say, a good image or good piece of text, probably we generate in a different way. So even though we know ChatGPT from the early days and we tried it for different use cases, today if there is a topic and then if we ask all three of us to create some content, it would be much different, right? So Mayur generally more artistic in nature, so he'll create in a different way. So you and me create in a different way. So, brothers, did you get tickets for Salaar?
Salaar, oh my god.
Salaar, I booked with AI.
How so?
ఉట్టిగానే చెప్పిన bro.
Okay. So, did
Maybe
you get tickets?
there is an IRCTC plugin కదా అప్పుడు. When we were in college or something, when you wanted to book tickets.
I have been
Takka.
waiting for Salaar from last 2-3 days.
Uh-huh.
Release is on Friday. I've been waiting from Monday, Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Because of the PVR tickets, huh?
For any ticket near Madhapur.
Yeah.
There were no cinemas open. There were no theaters open in Book My Show. I tried yesterday night. I tried till 2 a.m. for tickets. There were few theaters, but it was saying like technical issues.
I think we have BRI Tech, right?
Yeah, it was saying there were technical issues. Bookings are not happening.
So
But in the morning I opened, it says all bookings are done.
I think we have a good business idea, like
No business idea, bro. We are not grown as a powerful persons here.
So
So if we are powerful enough, we do not have to go to book my show and book tickets. To call that BR head guy, night guy, and ask 20 tickets. So we are not powerful enough. So we are still poor fellows.
But still, this is the possible way, right? You can have a movie autonomous agent working for you. Probably, whenever they are open, your autonomous agent will just book ticket for you. Say good
That will be a fantastic agent.
Yeah, otherwise, our friend Hari told that, he was checking till morning 5 o'clock. So you said, you tried it
2 a.m.
2 a.m. So why to check once in a while and then, to wake up late. Cool.
Yeah.
So where we were. So
let's get back to the hiring question that we were discussing.
So honestly speaking, I think, we are trying to hire AI developers and then blockchain developers, both experienced and then freshers. And the tough part became, to figure out the best people. So previously we used to have 3 or 4 tech rounds. So where we used to give huge problem statements. Whoever qualified around at least with 30 to 40% of the marks, we used to believe that they are really good.
Yeah.
But today with the help of ChatGPT, so they, everyone is solving all the problems, right? So we are trying to figure out best ways. Probably, hackathons are the most important things that we are looking at now.
Yeah.
But I think, since Vitwit is a very, focused organization in blockchain and we are a very small team, so our hiring requirement would be very less. So for that,
we need to keep the ceiling at 55. Because that is my thumb rule, because WhatsApp was made with 55 people.
Yes.
So we are not building better than WhatsApp. So
I agree. So for us, I think, we don't hire hundreds of people, right? So hackathon would be fine. But I'm really
how about the Payscale percentage changes for a normal developer versus AI versus blockchain?
So I think, for me, according to me, so AI developer, there are a lot
let's
of people
let's say if you are giving 100 rupees to a full stack developer or a systems engineer or a junior developer who you hired directly from the college. Let's say you are paying him 100 rupees.
Okay.
What might be the pay for an AI developer?
150 rupees for AI developers.
Blockchain?
200 to 250 for a blockchain, because
blockchain
we have a lot of people, especially from India and other places. A lot of people are interested in AI, and AI was there since big data in 2015. But blockchain space, rapidly evolved, and also there is huge learning curve with respect to crypto and then Web3 technologies. So there are not, and it's a demand and supply at this point in time. So there is huge demand in crypto and very less supply. So that's how I think 200 to 250.
What's your point of view, both of you? Your point of view on using developers using AI? You want them to use? You don't want them to use?
Definitely, if they don't use, they are not developers. That's how it should be.
Yeah, see, I'm scared of India. I'm scared of Hyderabad. I'm scared of India. I'm scared of. I'm only scared of India. I'm not scared of other people, because the working force is. Let's say if there are 100 software engineers on the planet Earth, I'm pretty much sure that above 51% might be Indian. So let's say if tool like ChatGPT or Copilot or something, it is already working. And unless and until if there is some human interaction needed, a software engineer becomes irrelevant. There is a small line which I would love to say. Whatever that is done with the computer will be done with the computer.
I think, with this, I think previously we had a conversation. We have a thesis, like, how the entire employment or the, previously we don't have this Meva job and then content creator job, right? So before 5 years or even 6 years back, so we don't have new roles, right? So post GPT, I think, it will be much different. Okay.
But I have a difference of opinion on this. I thought
Because
about it
you don't need
because
lot
let
of
me tell
software
you.
developers.
Let me tell you. I used DALI. I didn't feel anything. The first version of DALI. I used ChatGPT. I felt the difference.
Okay.
It is not like industrial revolution at all. Let's say we do have
intelligence revolution, definitely.
Yeah, that's a real problem because here we are not minimizing the human effort and let's say I wanted to use a calculator. People might have written down the calculations in the books previously. Definitely, there will be group of people. There might be group of people sitting together in a room and sorted out accounts. That is not the same case with Calci. That is not the same case with the Excel sheets or something. That is, people are absolutely in that view where people are still thinking that this is an alternative for accounts team. This is an alternative for Excel sheets, or this is an alternative. No, it is an alternative for human brains.
Yes.
That is something that blew my mind left, right, and center. That is what is scaring me. It is not like there are 100 people who are using. We have to get 100 people to dig a well, or you have to get 100 people to build a building. Right now, you don't require 100 people. You require a single machine or with 2 or 3 people.
See, this will happen with
No. That is what, because there are a lot of physical things that are being involved there.
But missionary used to do that.
Yeah.
One proclaimer.
Yeah, that is not what I'm trying to say. Is it is not the case right now. When Elon Musk said, "AI is scary," or the famous conversation between Jack Ma and Elon Musk, where Elon Musk says about AI, how beautiful is AI, and Jack Ma contradicts it, saying it cannot replace human being, and Elon Musk laughs at him, saying, "You didn't know about AI." We all laughed at AI because Elon Musk might have guessed it, or Elon Musk would have definitely known about the future of AI because it is something that we haven't seen before. It is not something like computer. It is not something like a calcium.
See, one thing I would like to add here.
Yeah.
So technology, has been advanced for the whatever the timelines that we. If you go back to the previous centuries, so we used to have extraordinary technologies by that time.
Yeah.
But what really accelerated technology adoption is the economy, right? So even though we have extraordinary intelligence and then God level intelligence, so it will be adapted or it will be utilized based on the economics. So previously me and Bhargav was talking about this. So this is a thesis we had. Yeah. Today, how many products you usually use? Probably you buy how many things you buy, whatever it could be. How many things you buy in a month?
Physical things or digital
whatever
things?
That could be Amazon or anywhere.
Let's say if there are 100 things that I'll buy, tomorrow I'll buy 120.
Yes.
That is what you are trying to say.
I mean, it will be 10
Yeah.
So, I mean, for that matter, so you need to create, you need to create such products or so many options for you, right? So your consumption rate goes, a lot beyond because your affordability also goes. So that's when, people come out of service industry and focus on, manufacturing industry. And there will be people focus more on creating products instead of doing services. So that's how the new jobs will be created. Because today on a yearly basis, probably you will buy 100 things, but eventually you end up buying 10,000 things. And this 10,000 things should be ready and it should be personalized for you. And for that, I think a lot of people have to work. I think there will be different jobs. So this is how we are believing that there will be a huge economy because of this intelligence. Maybe
I'm saying I'll definitely agree with the fact because this is not something that. But AI is a shocker for the world, not shocking for a.
So don't you think computer was a shocker to the world?
Definitely. Definitely is. Definitely.
As long as all these are tools, probably there is no issue in agreeing or disagreeing. Probably there is an issue when it becomes, it reaches human level intelligence.
Yeah, that is what I am sensing. Robo one.
Okay, so
That is
that means
actually,
you think
sensing
the
robo one.
robotic world, the
Yeah.
intelligence world will take over the human world.
They will
That
not
will
take over, but they will definitely
dominate.
see our human brain. So I'll tell you an example. I'm not sure whether I'm the only person who is irrelevant or it is a case with the same guys. I used to be the same guy who used to sit and read a book, 300-page book in a day or two. I'm the same guy, with same blood and sweat. But right now I'm not the same guy. I hardly read 2 pages, 3 pages. It is not like I don't want to read. I'm not getting enough of brain functioning. There are a lot of things that are happening around me that is letting me to do things in more simpler way.
Okay.
Previously, everyone used to read a lot of.
So that means you're saying reading a book is not that efficient way today.
Definitely yes, but how smart are we? How smart are we on a general basis? How smart are we? Let's say if we have tools, let's say, I don't think this generation kids are learning 19th table or 18th table.
Okay.
I still doubt. Because at one point of time I did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if today's kids are learning 19th table or 18th table.
Maybe it's not about whether
Yeah, whatever.
Is it required or not is the right question.
Is it required or not is not the case. That means
So did you
there is
ever
nothing.
thought like why did you read
No,
19th
not
table?
about that. See, we read a lot of poems. Read a lot. I'm absolutely okay with everything that is happening in the education system or something. People will definitely become smarter. The generic statement says, or the general statement in the world says that for every one generation, our IQ gets increased by 30 points or 20 points.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say let's say we have 100 points of IQ, our kids will have 110, 120. That is a general case that is happening since ages. Because people don't know, by the time we use mobile phones, they are already using iPads.
Okay.
They are pretty much aware of what touches, they are pretty much aware of swipe up thing, they are pretty much aware of everything. That I agree. But I'm more concerned about the tools, the brains that we are using. At the end of the day, we used our brains to create something.
So today we are not going to use. That's what.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. Because there is a human sitting right behind you for $20 per month. I feel like that because ChatGPT, if you pay $20 right now, it is just like you have hired an assistant for you. You have hired an assistant and he's saving for you. And I'm not a developer. I'm not necessarily using it for to create code. Trust me, if I'm a developer, I would have developed 2-3 apps just for the sake of it. Because that is absolutely that is happening. I'm seeing some YouTube videos saying like I'm using ChatGPT to build this and I'm using ChatGPT to build this. I'm like, seriously, bro, you're just killing at least 20-30 software engineers just like that.
Okay.
So a data engineer, let's say there will be a guys who would develop websites.
I think
There will be let's say I know a guy who updates SSL certificate on a website.
Still
Yes,
today?
yes,
Okay.
yes. What is the relevancy for him right now? I'm talking about the guys who are in their 30s.
That's true. I think
Yeah.
So whoever.
And most of the people stays in India.
Yeah.
Across
I think
the
there
globe,
will be one generation.
Yeah, there will be at least some lakhs of
that
people,
is true, I think.
1 million people who will lose their jobs just like that.
But you're spreading a lot of distress.
Yeah, that is what happened because I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy because I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have to hire people because my costs are reduced by half or 1/4.
Okay.
But that is not the case. If I'm a developer, I would have not said the same thing because I'm replaced by something. I'm replaced by someone who is absolutely 5 to 6 smarter than me. So that is scary for me as a developer. What should I do? See, I used to solve the problems. There is a famous problem, so disk problem.
Okay.
There is a famous disk problem. How many minimal steps so that I could, or the famous one that we used to write in the disk cross algorithm or the quick sort or the whatever sorts that we learned. Now I can ask ChatGPT to say, please describe quicksort for a 5-year-old. And how we are learning it in every possible way. We are
So do you think this is the path?
Yeah.
Like, So you don't have ChatGPT when you learned about Pixar algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So there will be 10 attempts to understand what is Pixar.
Yeah.
Today, probably you can understand Pixar probably 1 or 2 attempts by asking.
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
see, you are smart enough. You are smart enough now.
My question is this.
Yeah.
So do you think that human intelligence is really matter because you are smart? Because probably you tried 10 attempts to learn the Pixar. Today, with 2 attempts, you are able to learn, the Pixar. So who do you think are using their brain? So using brain is equals to more intelligence in terms of human.
So it is like everybody is smart, but nobody has work.
Okay.
So that is what the case that I am looking at. Everybody is smart, nobody has work.
Okay.
So it is just like a government exam where 10 lakh people apply for the job who are absolutely more smart than the rest of the world. They think that, and the number of jobs that are available are 200 in nature, 200 or 300 in nature. It's just like UPSC preparation. What would you do? What would that rest of the people will do? We are equipped with services. I don't think there is a guy. There is my friend who came to our office like 1 year back. He came to our office. What we generally think, ours is a 300 square feet office. Accommodates 50 people, I guess. The moment he came into the office, he has seen the big space and told me the office is so big.
Oh.
Because he came from Dubai.
Okay.
The office space is so small there. See the number of, so we are accommodating right now. The case is that we do have big spaces. Our thought is to accommodate 50 people. No, we will accommodate everything under 10, under 5, under 15. This will eventually happen because we can do same work with 50 people, with 10 people, with 5 people, with 2 people. It all depends. But I'm more scared of the tools that are working. That is why I asked the question like, what are the tools that you stopped using? Because to fire a person, we even though he's not necessary, instead of thinking if he is necessary or if he's not necessary, we'll think more on an emotional thing. But if you wanted to unsubscribe a software or unsubscribe few things, there is no emotional burden on our mind to unsubscribe from something. So I'm thinking from a perspective where Grammarly, Blinkist, for that matter, Brochill, for a period of time next years.
I think Brochill will leverage it out of
Brochill do not have a problem statement. Brochill is not a grammar correction tool, so it will eventually find a way.
Okay.
But
no.
Yeah.
Why we are saying that?
No, we are not fixed. We are on the way to reach out for the vernacular audience. Doesn't matter whether it's photo to editor or video to editor or something. We'll find out a way.
But that's your take, right? So your users come for a different reason.
Yeah.
So whether today they just come and download, they template or next, once you are ready with probably they can come with a prompt and in their own language. So instead of just having, templates, they can directly generate a video. Probably that's how Brochill will live.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I think we will change the way
we consume Brochill content.
I see AI in 2 ways. One, it is very good productivity tool. It increases productivity of each and every human being. Like Mayur said, AI is like an assistant, a junior, which is trained by the toppest of the toppest companies in ever lived on the planet Earth, and they are available for you at $20 per month. You can use them in any way, in any domain, in any particular manner you want, and you can come up with the outcome that you want in minutes, in seconds, in a very less number of time that we previously used to take. So this way, there will be many startups, there will be many entrepreneurs coming out, micro startups coming out, and they will be building businesses. And there will be many domains which are going to use probably robotics, probably biotech, probably cyborgs is the direction that we are going to head. So this way, there is AI as a tool. We have very good opportunity. We have very good bright future. But when we achieve AGI or ASI, super intelligence or human level intelligence, then there will be a problem. So what do you guys think about achieving super intelligence or human level intelligence?
That is what that guy told, no? IG could. I'm not sure about that. Once we start achieving the singularity, the humans will stop inventing because Robo 2, that Chitti will take over the world. That will eventually happen because we don't have to do anything. All we require is a problem statement. I think this is pretty much relevant, I guess, because as you mentioned about the manufacturing thing, because
So in recent,
maybe hardware things or the physical things will become more relevant over a period of time.
but still robots will take over, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, number of people there should be.
The ideas
maybe that
will
will
manage. I don't know like what will be going to be. So in this new book called Homo sapiens, the evolution of human.
Charles Darwin, huh?
That's
పెద్ద
none
పెద్ద-
of the.
yeah.
You will know her.
Sorry.
You will know.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
So in the introduction pages, I think first chapter. So when I'm going through that, so he talked about this. Probably so we used to have 6 variants of Homo sapiens, and we are the most intelligent, and then we are surviving, and the other 5 are.
So we are creating our own
So
next
that means
generation
so there is one more species coming out.
created by
Probably-
human beings, not natural in nature.
Yes, that's what exactly mentioned. I think that
Yeah.
book came before.
But the
this
control
year.
is in our hands. That is not natural. Natural in nature, we don't. At the end of the day, we can shut it down. Like what?
Maybe that's what AGI means, right? So when AGI is there, you cannot shut it down.
No, it's not like that. At the end of the day, do you really think that if we wanted to cut down?
So there is a movie called Transcendence.
Yeah,
So
no.
in that movie, so this
See,
is the same.
that is a case where, see, I do not want to do certain things. Let's say I do not want to. I'm scared of doing some certain things, and I tend to do things. And there are a group of people who want to do that. Let's say the famous case is the case of Pakistan, where government is in power at the same time military is in power. They both fight within the same country. Unless that case exists, where some group of people are absolutely pro towards building a generation of people, and that is almost equal as the Pakistan military. At the end of the day, we will be like government. At the end of the day, we will be humans, and we will take it down. Unless there exists a case where there will be a group of people who want to address that issue and you wanted to spread every possible way, because people will exploit in any ways. But I guess there will be set of rules, because the AI new thing is scary, absolute scary. And trust me on this, the more number of subscriptions happens for that, because we attract towards that. I'm pretty much expecting the fact where there will be anonymous softwares or anonymous tools where you upload group of pictures, then there will be one video of your respected photograph that you uploaded.
Okay.
Personal pornography is around the corner. I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, it will take some time.
Right
but
now, my fantasy, my expectation is I want
Fantasy.
Doctor Strange to see in how many different variants of this world humans lived on the earth forever.
Okay.
Probably that should happen, but I don't know. I don't see the probability of that happening. We controlling.
But people thought that people or the people like Meta, even Zuckerberg, or the people thought that Meta is the next thing. No.
Metaverse will be.
Yeah, Metaverse will be next thing. But I don't think AI is taking over right now. Maybe
no, with the help, the combination of
AI
and then Meta will be immersive experience.
Yeah.
It will be much different. So yeah, we'll try to conclude by taking 2 questions. Okay. So let's start. Talking about you as an entrepreneur. So, what drives you as an entrepreneur?
Money.
Okay.
Money. Because I am a person from Kottagudam who hardly lived with 1,000 rupees per month all his life. So first motivation factor is money. But these years I am not inclined towards money because I have money now. not great money, but I am not inclined towards money because I am pretty much sure of what can I do in my life. And I am pretty much sure of the fact that don't do something that you are not good at, or don't do something that you are not interested in. That is what I've typically learned from entrepreneurship, because there are smart people who are working on that.
So what about you, Bhargav? So what drives you?
For me, it is meaningful work and impact my business is gonna make on the planet Earth. So these 2 things drive me more, and I love learning more about why people do what they do, human motivations, why they do what they do. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I come from same.
I'm building.
You are faking the shit here.
No. See, genuinely
Yeah.
speaking, so I heard this somewhere.
See, bro.
And that day
So,
I
do you really think that if you do not have money,
see, bro,
let's say
it's exactly like if you don't breathe, if you don't have hair,
no,
do you really? So that is what money is.
No,
It's a currency, bro.
At the end of the day,
You need it.
it,
It's a fuel.
let's say not talk about money. Let's talk about momentum. Momentum is something that I love. It's not about money, it's about momentum. Because when we start
let
with
me
this,
be little philosophical here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car?
Maruti Alto K10.
No. Speak genuinely.
I don't know.
You tell me.
Because I'm not into cars anymore, I guess.
Okay, but at least whenever.
Let's say let's
whenever you
ask
think
you.
about cars, what was that?
Let's think about a scenario here. What is something that you wanted to buy when you were a father? What is your favorite car? Is something I don't know. Because
I wanted to ask that.
see, somehow I feel what happened to me in general was whatever things I wanted to buy, I got everything. I don't feel like buying anything.
But you buy every time.
But it's like I don't feel like say I'm affordable to buy PS5. I'm affordable to buy whatever things. There is nothing that I wanted to buy something and I don't want to buy. I do not have money to buy it. Not like that. But
Yeah, I think before we start this conversation, you were talking about some brand.
Yeah.
Like you don't like to show off.
Yeah.
things. You can just say that.
Yeah, we don't. See, I don't wanted to wear Nike, but I wanted to build something that is similar to Nike.
Okay.
So I'm more inclined towards building Brochill. See, let's say there's a T-shirt, Gucci T-shirt or Armani T-shirt which costs 1,20,000 rupees or 2,00,000 rupees. I'm not at all inclined towards wearing that. I'm more inclined towards wearing Brochilll logo on my T-shirt, which costs 1,000 rupees.
Okay.
Because it is me.
Okay.
And I will feel happy if someone wears Brochill T-shirt or if someone wears Vitwit T-shirt or someone wears Pro T-shirt. Maybe I might be wrong. People might have different perception of it, but I feel I'm over it, I guess.
Okay. But was something that you wanted to understand by asking what
We'll
favorite
make it an offline discussion. I realize that it will take too much time and we cannot conclude the show.
But trust me, I'm more inclined towards people who are working for Brochilll than myself right now these days.
Okay, why?
This will eventually happen. I don't know why. Because let's say there are ups. Everyone is doing good. Everyone is making money. We are pretty much happy. Yeah, I talked about the term called momentum. Momentum is a beautiful one. Momentum is something. Let's say when we started with talks in 2016, for the first 6 months, we made zero, or the amount of money credited in our account is zero.
Okay.
Technically speaking.
Yes.
But we are pretty much sure of the momentum that is happening in the company. Or momentum that is happening in the DAUs.
Yes, there is some metric that you're following that is working.
Yeah, that is working. So, momentum is something that will drive any startup.
Yes.
That is the main, more than money, more than anything else. Momentum is something that, let's say we know the fact that it will eventually work someday.
Yeah.
That is something that we need to have for a startup. That is
so
what
those are signals that you're getting value.
Yeah.
That eventually
Even to be very frank, we are not sure whether at this point of time with the team that is existing and the tools that we are building right now are relevant for next 1 year or 2 years. But we are pretty much sure of the momentum that happens over a period of time. Yes. And we are pretty much sure that we don't know what we are doing, but eventually we'll figure out something.
Okay. So coming back to money and momentum part. So what else drives you as an entrepreneur? Nothing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Time.
Yeah, I think same thing, So
no, maybe time. See, everyone has their own favorite entrepreneur. Yeah. Everyone has the same person who wanted to live life like that. See, there is Elon Musk, there is Mark Zuckerberg, there is someone. I'm more inclined towards Warren Buffett. Not because he made a lot of money. I take entrepreneurship as a way to escape life, escape time. I personally feel time is the most incredible thing that human beings can ever possess. Irrespective of whatever thing, at the age of 70, if you have 100 crores in your account, that's good for your kids, not for you. And people will find a way to kill you. So at the end of the day, you need to, let's say, today as an entrepreneur, at 8:30 p.m., I'm doing podcast because I wanted to do it. I feel like doing it. No one is calling me to work on something.
So you want to be more sovereign, so
yeah, I'm a
more freedom. That's great.
So every entrepreneur has to do this. I think every
I think
entrepreneur,
everyone will have that.
everyone's intention is
Freedom
to
is something.
bring freedom in some or the other way in their lives.
Yes.
They'll figure out entrepreneurship as an escape
Yes.
to avoid certain things. They in another world or in another parallel universe, they might have sat in front of a laptop and working for someone else. So people will find a way to say things like, I want better things. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The
fine.
only way,
So
yeah.
for me, I think so I feel like there are a lot of things that we consume. So maybe we have opportunity. At least when we believe that we have capital to create something where other people can consume it. So I think we should do that. So that's what drives me. So I believe technology is something that I can really do extremely well, and then also I can create better technologies where a lot of people can use that. So that's what drives me as an entrepreneur.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's okay, bro. Everyone will have different drives.
Nizam, you really think that these
Yes.
things will drive?
Yes, of course, bro. Zero money wise.
He's
I'm
not
not talking
saying-
about money. I'm not at all talking
He's
about
not
money.
saying he'll not take money when he earns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
saying
not
he'll
talking
take
about
the
money. I'm
money.
not at all talking about money.
He
Money
creates
is,
the wealth.
money is not around the corner. But let's
Okay.
say,
Okay. You know what I suggest? I think we're running out of time. Let's take this offline, or if this talk is really going well, so probably we can do it another session. Fine. So good to see you guys.